Hey guys, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on what time you're looking at this. I promised you a video on what is next, and so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try to do this in one shot, bloopers and all. Forgive me if I'm squinting. The sun is trying to peek through the clouds, and it kind of makes it harder to see, and if I put this down, it shades the face. So, bear with me, y'all. For those of you that don't know, I moved out of the beach house, and this is going to be a question and answer video on where am I going to live, what am I doing, all that fun stuff, what I do for work. This is all of the questions that I've been getting. So let's go over it real quick. I've got my little notes right here, so I'm going to be looking at paper while I talk to you. So what's next? I moved out of the beach house, and currently I am living in my van. By choice, that is what I'm doing. And the reason I moved out of the beach house, I was going to move out of it anyway, no matter what, because the owners come back after so long and are there for 3 or 4 months. So that was inevitable anyway. That was just a temporary thing until I find either my next property, investment property. For those of you that don't know, I flip properties. So I flip either like RVs, park models, mobile homes, that kind of stuff, etc., etc. Whatever opportunity presents itself, that's what I do. But I sold my last property, moved into the beach house, and was figuring out what I was going to do. Well, during that time, when I sold my property, there was the pandemic had been going on, and I didn't know what I was going to do for housing, and also my business had suffered. Okay, sorry guys, I had to make sure I had all that written down. I didn't know if I did, but I did. So my business suffered a great loss during the pandemic, my home care business, and I had lost 80% of my clients back in March of 2020, right after the pandemic hit, and my customers have never come back. So I had to make a decision when I was moving out of the beach house and all of that was going on. I had to make a decision what I was going to do. So I moved out of the beach house, moved back into my van, and I actually closed my home care business due to the pandemic. I wasn't supposed to close it for another year when all of my other businesses that I have going on or building, they're still in the building stages. Some of them are very early stages, some of them are kind of in the middle of the road stages. But I was supposed to keep working my home care business, which is my main breadwinner business, until those got up and running enough that I could go ahead and close that business altogether. But the good Lord had bigger plans, so I closed the business and moved out of the beach house, moved into the van, so that's what I'm doing. Let's see. I'm gonna need something bigger eventually, because this is smaller quarters, and for running businesses, I run some of them online from home. This is my home. And I can't do everything that I need to do in this small of a van. So I either need to upgrade to another investment property, like a mobile home, a park model, an RV, a houseboat, land, build my own, something. I need, or a bigger van altogether, that has a full bathroom and a full kitchen in it, because I need that for my business. Sorry if you hear that noise, that's the fridge kicking on. So eventually I'm going to need something bigger than what I already have, but I have not figured that out yet. When I do, I will do a video on that. But for right now, I'm just looking at my options, exploring my options, going over everything, trying to figure out what the next steps are, and I don't know that until that actually happens. I never do. So let's see. Okay, so I told you about looking for my next investment. Oh, and because I closed my business in Florida, that's where my business was, my home care business. I have come back to Tennessee for now for full time as far as work and business is concerned. So I'm here full time, and I will go to Florida periodically for right now unless something changes, and I'm working 100% from home. I'm here in Tennessee at the moment, full time. I have a night job that is pandemic proof. It is working in the food industry, and everybody needs food. So for right now, I took a nighttime job working until all of my other businesses, and I'll go over those in a minute, until all my other businesses get up and running. I am working now, or until something else changes, but I just took that as a temporary job for now, to bring in an extra paycheck to make up for me closing my home care business. So I had a lot of job offers, and I picked that one because it was pandemic proof. So it's not any dream job, it's not a career, it's just a job. And at some point in time, I'll quit that job, but I don't know when yet. When things finally fall in place and come together, then I'll know. But for now, that's what I'm doing. So if I look tired, forgive me. I work nights, besides all my other businesses. Okay, so let's see. Okay, alright, so now the next thing I need to go over real quick is my businesses that I actually do. I had my home care business, that one's closed. These are all the other businesses that I'm up and running, or in the early stages of getting up and running. It's still, none of them are up and running full enough that I can quit working altogether and just do those. So, as you understand, that my home care business was my full-time income, and this was, all these others were little trickle-in incomes, but they're not enough yet to supply me with a full salary like my other business was. I have a pet care business, I have an elderly care business, an eBay store, a Poshmark store, my YouTube channel that's not making me any money yet until after I hit 1,000 subscribers, and then it just is piddly until it builds enough. But my candle soap body care business, that one is on hold right now. I've done some test launches, but that's on hold right now because I don't have a big enough space actually to run that out of at the moment. And then I'm also signed up for some delivery services. I'm signed up for like 8 delivery services, meaning delivery services like Instacart, DoorDash, all of those. I'm signed up with a bunch of others that just do generalized deliveries, so Tractor Supply, a bunch of stuff like that. I haven't done any of those. I've attempted a couple times, but there were some problems with the app that I was using on one of them. That was Instacart, and I had given up on it. That was when I was in Florida living at the mobile home when I was testing that one out. So I've been signed up with these apps for a while, but I need to actually run some of them. I haven't done it yet, just because I've been so busy and so exhausted. I mean, exhausted with everything that I've had going on, with flipping a house, to selling the house, to moving out of the house, moving in the beach house, running my business during the pandemic, to all these other businesses I've been trying to do, and to moving again, to working a job at night that takes all my energy I have. I work full-time at night, and I'm exhausted during the day, and all I can do is just work, eat, sleep, and repeat for the most part. And I'm trying to change that right now, but it consumes most of my time. So, but that's what I do, y'all. I'm not going to get into any specifics on my businesses because that's personal, but that gives you a general idea of the things that I'm trying to get up and running or have running. It's just not at full capacity yet. And there may be other things that I find that I want to do also. And I'm trying not to put all my eggs in one basket, just like my home care business. That's why I had all these other businesses that I was working on before the pandemic hit. The pandemic hit at a bad time. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. But hopefully those answer you some questions. Hopefully I don't know if I get a bigger van. I'm wanting to get a bigger van, but I don't know if I will. I'm trying to stay as much out of debt as possible. The less bills, the less headaches, the less worries. So when something like the pandemic hit, it's less to worry about when you don't have a lot of bills. But I don't know. I don't know if I'll get a mobile home in a mobile home park. I don't know if I'll buy land. I don't know if it'll be a houseboat. I don't know if it'll be an RV. If I'll park it in an RV park or not, or do what I'm doing in the van. I don't know if I'll get a bigger van. I'm not sure what's next, y'all. I don't want to rent if I don't have to, but I may end up having to get a mobile home in a mobile home park, or get a houseboat in a houseboat slip. I don't know yet, y'all. I'm not sure what's going to happen. I am being open-minded to wherever the good Lord leads me. But for now, this is where it is. I'm in Tennessee, living in my van, closed my business, working a nighttime job, and running all of these other businesses that I run. So, hopefully that answered some of your questions. Oh, there was another question that I had on my YouTube from one of my regular subscribers that they comment quite a bit. One of my friends from YouTube, she had asked if it gets exhausting moving all the time, or, everything that comes with moving all the time. It takes a certain type of person to be able to move all the time, and even then it is exhausting to some extent. But I have a nomadic spirit, so I need that change all the time, whether it's moving or whether it's doing something new, like a new business or whatever. But for me, it's not as exhausting as it would be somebody that needs a home and needs a place that's steady and stable and knows where they're going home to every night and what they're doing every day and has a plan. For them, that could be overwhelmingly exhausting, and it could be hard on them mentally. For me, it's not that exhausting or mentally exhausting, because I am born with that type of spirit where that change doesn't bother me as much as it would other people. So I actually thrive for change. That means that there's progress happening, and that also means that something new and exciting is coming down the pike. I just may not know what it always is. But so there, that's the questions. I'm going to close this out. It's getting long, but hopefully that answered your questions. And I pretty much sold everything to move into my van, and that's where I'm at, y'all. Alright, y'all, I'll talk to you later. Hopefully you guys have a great day, and remember, y'all, to live a simple, happy, healthy, tiny life.